Alright, let's try it again.
Good morning, everybody. Leonardus and Lewis and Elliot and William and Kelly and Burp and Jack and Ethan.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm eating toast.
Alright, we're reading John 13 this morning. We have most of the chores done. We still have school left to do, and I have still a lot of kitchen stuff. Somebody dropped by grapes and apples, which is exciting, but I need to make some jelly out of those grapes. I think the apples can last for a little bit, but I would like to turn them into frozen apple crisp stuff to pull out of the freezer. I need to finish up my tomato jelly, and I will have to make more spaghetti sauce, but I might be able to hold that off until tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and start John 13. You guys should be getting 2 things today because I forgot to send out John 12 yesterday. Here we go.
Can I have
You're going to have to sit and listen. If you want an apple wine reading, you can have that. Now, before the feast of the Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour had come to depart out of this world to the Father, having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. During supper, when the devil had already put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him, Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, Quinny, please sit down, and that he had come from God and was going back to God, rose from supper. He laid aside his outer garment, and taking a towel, tied it around his waist. Then he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and wipe them with the towel that was wrapped around them. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, do you wash my feet?" Jesus answered him, "What I am doing you do not understand now, but afterwards you will understand." Peter said to him, "You shall never wash my feet." Jesus answered him, "If I do not wash you, you have no share with me." Guinevere, please turn around and eat properly at the table. Pull the chair out if it's too tight in. Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head." And Jesus said to him, "The one that has bathed does not need to be washed, except for his feet, but is completely clean, and you are clean, but not every one of you, for he knew who was to betray him. That was why he said, not all of you are clean. When he had washed their feet and put on his outer garment and resumed his place, he said to them, "Do you understand what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, for so I am. If then your Lord and teacher have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example, that you also should do just as I have done. Truly, truly, I say to you, a servant is no greater than his master, nor a messenger greater than the one who sent him. If you know these things, blessed are you if you do them. I am not speaking of all of you. I know whom I have chosen, but the scripture will be fulfilled. He who ate my bread has lifted his heel against me. I am telling you this now before it takes place, that when it does take place, you may believe that I am he. Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever receives the one I send receives me, and whoever receives me receives the one who sent me."
Why does it say truly, truly over and over again?
I think it's a way of emphasizing the fact that he's speaking frankly and honestly. After saying these things, Jesus was troubled in the spirit and testified, "Truly, truly, I say to you, one of you will betray me." The disciples looked at one another, uncertain of whom he spoke. One of his disciples, whom Jesus loved, was reclining at a table at Jesus' side. So Simon Peter motioned him to ask Jesus of whom he was speaking. The disciple, leaning back against Jesus, said, "Lord, who is it? Will you please stop?" Jesus answered, "It is he to whom I will give this morsel of bread when I have dipped it." So when he had dipped the morsel, he gave it to Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot. After he had taken the morsel, Satan entered into him. Jesus said to him, "What you are going to do, do quickly." No one at the table knew why he had said this to him. Some thought that because Judas had the money bag, Jesus was telling him, "Buy what we need for the feast," or that he should give something to the poor. Edward, you had to finish your toast. So after receiving the morsel of bread, he immediately went out, and it was night. When he had gone out, Jesus said, "Now the Son of Man is glorified, and the God is glorified in him. If God is glorified in him, God will also glorify him in himself, and glorify him at once. Little children, yet a little while I am with you. You will seek me, and just as I said to the Jews, so now I say to you, where I am going you cannot come. A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, just as I have loved you. You also are to love one another. By this, all people will know that you are my disciples if you have love for one another. Simon Peter said to him, Lord, where are you going? Jesus answered him, Where I am going you cannot follow me now, but you will follow afterwards. Peter said to him, Lord, why can I not follow you now? I will lay down my life for you. And Jesus answered, You will lay down your life for me? Truly, truly, I say to you, the rooster will not crow till you have denied me 3 times. Alright, that is all. Can you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Okay, guys, I want polite goodbyes in the future.